Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking that standard, maybe even slightly stressful flooring purchase and turning it into an absolutely bulletproof investment for your home. You know, buying new flooring seems like a walk in the park until the actual material shows up, right? That gorgeous color that looked so warm and inviting on a tiny little showroom square? Yeah, it can look like an absolute disaster once it's stretched across 800 square feet of your living room. So we're going to walk through the most common, costliest mistakes homeowners make and exactly how you can dodge them.
Let's just rip the Band-Aid off and ask the hard question right out of the gate. Is that stunning catalog floor actually ready for real-world chaos? A lot of flooring regret honestly comes from decisions made way too fast, based entirely on a pretty color and a cheap sticker price. But in reality, your floor needs to be chosen based on foot traffic, your pets, moisture levels, and even your cleaning habits first. Because a beautiful floor that literally can't handle your daily life is going to wear out fast, and it's going to cost you a fortune to replace.
So, to avoid those costly regrets, we're taking a quick, structured journey through 4 key phases today. We'll cover designing for real life, the hidden environmental factors, calculating the true cost, and finally, the final installation reality.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, designing for real life, or as I like to call it, matching the material to the madness. There is usually this huge, almost violent clash between what you expect, that flawless, high-gloss showroom sample, and the scratch-inducing reality of kids, pets, rolling office chairs, and muddy shoes. Picking a floor just because it photographs beautifully is a massive, massive trap. Think about it. If you drop a soft laminate into a high-energy playroom or a glossy finish in a heavy traffic hallway, you're going to see permanent damage in literally months. So before you even touch a single sample, actually sit down and mentally map out exactly how each room is used.
And instead of slapping the exact same flooring everywhere just to score a bulk discount, try grouping your rooms by their actual function to pick the perfect material. I get it, it's super tempting to order one flooring type for the whole house just to keep things simple. But bathrooms and kitchens? They absolutely need water and stain resistance. Think vinyl or waterproof SPC, which stands for stone plastic composite. Meanwhile, your living room needs serious durability for all that heavy foot traffic, and bedrooms can lean into warmth and comfort underfoot. Using the wrong fit in a wet or high-traffic room, that's practically a guaranteed path to premature failure.
Also, before locking in that ultra-trendy choice, ask yourself a quick question. Will this flooring still make sense when your household changes? We usually pick flooring for how the home feels today, right? But homes evolve. You got to think about whether that product will still be available for repairs in 5 years, or if the style is broad enough to actually hold its resale value if you eventually decide to sell the property. A pro tip? Always favor durable, neutral options for your main living spaces. Moving right along to Section 2, the hidden environmental factors. What lies beneath?
Okay, here is a massive trap that catches so many people off guard. Flooring that isn't properly rated for moisture can swell, warp, or even develop hidden mold underneath within just a year or two. This is especially true in places like Kathmandu, where monsoon humidity combining with older concrete subfloors is basically a recipe for disaster. If you ignore the wild temperature swings between cold mornings and hot afternoons, your floor is going to aggressively expand, contract, and eventually just fail on you.
So the absolutely crucial thing here is that you must ask your supplier if you need a moisture barrier, especially if you're going with a standard laminate instead of that rigid, water-resistant SPC we talked about earlier. SPC is definitely more forgiving in humid conditions because its core actually resists swelling. But for most ground floor rooms that don't have a proper setup, skipping a moisture barrier is literally inviting warping and unseen mold right up into your home. No thank you.
And while we're talking about the invisible foundation, never ever skip the subfloor inspection. Seriously, even the most expensive flooring in the world is going to separate or squeak within months if you don't level and prep that subfloor first with self-leveling compound or plywood. The subfloor almost never gets the attention it deserves because, well, it disappears once the new floor goes down. But if you have an uneven concrete slab, minor cracks, or old leftover adhesive down there, your shiny new planks are going to develop visible dips, or you'll get that weird hollow sound underfoot. Your adhesive bonds will break, so please do not skip this step.
All right, let's talk money in Section 3, calculating the true cost, beyond the sticker price.
Comparing just the base price per square foot, total trap. A quote that seems surprisingly cheap usually hides a mountain of necessary extras that will pile up fast. You might walk away thinking you found the bargain of the century, but that low sticker price rarely includes the acoustic underlay, the adhesive,
the skirting boards, transition strips, or even the labor and delivery fees. Always, always demand a complete, itemized quote so you know exactly what you're paying for.
Now here's another hidden cost, the maintenance mismatch. It is incredibly frustrating that you can completely ruin your brand new investment simply by trying to clean it. A lot of folks just assume modern flooring is totally maintenance-free. Or worse, they use heavy oil and wax cleaners on SPC or vinyl floors that really only need a quick damp mop with a neutral cleaner. The result? A dull, permanently cloudy film over your gorgeous new floor. Always confirm exactly what kind of care the product needs before you hand over that credit card. And hey, don't let a low price tag and fancy technical jargon fool you. Since so much flooring is imported these days, the quality varies wildly. I mean, two planks might look identical to the naked eye, but cheap core density or weak locking mechanisms will absolutely break your floor over time. Always ask specifically about the wear layer thickness and get proof of a supplier's past local projects. Oh, and make sure they back up their product with a clear, written warranty.
Okay, moving to our final phase, Section 4, the final installation reality, because execution is everything.
Here's the thing. Hard flooring materials actually breathe. They grow in the heat and they shrink in the cold. That tiny little space left around the perimeter of the room, the expansion gap hidden under your skirting boards, is literally the only thing preventing your brand new floor from tenting right up in the middle of the room. It's a small detail that inexperienced DIYers miss all the time, and missing it means the material will aggressively buckle as it expands during those hot, pre-monsoon afternoons.
Now, simple click-lock flooring in a perfectly square, totally empty room? Sure, that might be a fun weekend DIY project. But for full home jobs, dealing with stairs or uneven subfloors, skipping professional installation often voids the manufacturer's warranty entirely. Nobody wants that. To truly secure your investment, get your labor and material quotes simultaneously right from the start. Verify exactly what your warranty requires, and hire the true experts for the big jobs.
Let's pull this all together with some immediate, practical fixes for the most common disasters we've just covered. If you find yourself prioritizing looks over lifestyle, the fix is to firmly match the wear rating to your actual household. Ignoring the climate? Add that moisture barrier. Skipping the subfloor prep? Stop, level, and inspect it. And if you're hyper-focused on that square foot price, demand that fully itemized quote. Doing these things completely neutralizes the biggest risks in the entire industry.
So I want to leave you with a final thought. Are you buying a floor just for today or for the next 20 years? Keep that exact question in the back of your mind before you sign off on any order. Look, slowing down right now and applying what we've talked about practically guarantees a floor you're going to love for decades. A quality floor can easily last 25 years if you just get these foundational steps right. So don't let anyone rush you in that showroom. Ask the hard questions and protect your investment. Thanks for hanging out with me on this explainer. So when you look down at your own floors right now, are they truly ready for the reality of the next 2 decades?